And welcome into Studio B, Fox 13 Unscripted. It is my pleasure, my honor to introduce to you Miss Monica Quimby. How are we?
Good.
Monica's sled hockey champion, Paralympic athlete, adaptive sports champion. It's so great to have you here. How are things?
Things are really well. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about, now I met you a while back at Wheelchairs for Kids event.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that because I know it's important to you. But when you started telling me a little bit about sled hockey, I had heard about it and I've seen some of the pictures, but I didn't quite realize how intense this was. I mean, this is full-on, full-blown hockey you're playing.
Absolutely. Like the full contact is what drew me to it. Being an athlete before and then being thrown into the adaptive sport world, I was like, okay, I need to find something that kind of gives me that same thrill, that same edge. Sled hockey it scooped me right up. I was like, oh my gosh, this is it.
That is amazing. We've got some pictures now, and two-time champions, right? You've got 2 gold medals from this?
3.
You do have 3 now. Pardon me. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Now, where was this? Now, this was probably that looks like the first year, right?
Yeah, this would have been in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So when you guys all get together, I mean, I know you said you're playing defense, right?
Yes.
Did I hear that? But you still score goals.
Oh, yeah. Still play some offense, too. They throw me up as winger, so I can go pester the goalie.
I'm curious about and you're on the Tampa Bay Lightning adaptive sled hockey team, right?
Yes.
Too?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm the co-captain of that team as well.
And there's our buddy Phil, absolute Lightning and Boston and hockey icon right there.
Oh, my gosh. He's such an amazing person. I've definitely been on a couple trips with him. He's been so supportive of our sled hockey team and the whole journey.
Yeah. Now I know. Let's talk about that journey. From that picture right now, it's really an amazing point. And you've since had 2 more medals, I know, since then. But backing up to your accident, when was that? In
2006.
2006,
yeah.
And you were a skier, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so as an NCAA athlete, I was doing my 30th backflip at the time, and I know. Yeah, so I was a daredevil, and I was doing the backflip, and I over-rotated, and I ended up landing right on my back. And so I broke my back at L1 and sustained a spinal cord injury.
And that moment when you realized this is going to be a whole different life for me, what was that like?
It was really tough and scary in the beginning, absolutely. Not knowing what was going to happen or, am I going to go back to college? Am I going to have a career? Like all of these things, including a relationship, these things were flooding in and not really sure what was going to happen.
And then there's that moment. Now, thankfully, you were obviously very active and driven before your accident, which probably plays into your personality as to why you're a 3-time gold medal champion now, and such an advocate for adaptive sports. That probably helped you, did it not? Or did you transform as a person, you think, there?
Oh, no, absolutely. My drive just kicked in times 10. So that was the big thing, is that I only missed 1 semester of college. And I went right back for molecular biology and genetics, and then got published and became a professor at 23. And I just kept going. That was the big thing. It's like, you need to keep going instead of sitting around and feeling sorry for yourself. Like, don't get me wrong, there was some grief involved, of course, like with anything, but it was a lot of the people along the way that were incredibly helpful in continuing to pushing me forward.
That support system is always important,
Yeah.
but so much of that is in your heart and in your drive, and I think that's a testament to you too, because it's really neat to see. It's inspiring to see, because many of us will never know what it's like to feel what you felt, and to kind of reach that a much deeper level of strength and courage to find a new way to move on. It's it's inspiring. It really is, and I've told you that before. But being active, aside from the Olympic sports, and we're going to talk about the Olympics too, because I know your goal, as for many of your probably teammates, is to get this into the Olympics. And is it on track?
Right. We are on the road to the Paralympics right now. We're going to have our first official world championship in Slovakia this August.
Wow.
So we can't wait because it's going to be such a huge, momentous thing. We have 6 countries. We're ready to go, and we can't wait to represent Team USA.
That would be amazing. And this is the first time that'll have ever happened, right, for sled
Correct.
hockey?
Yes. Yep, for the women's sled hockey.
That is fantastic. Yeah. So that's going to be fun. So let's back up a step. Aside from the amazing Olympic athletic kind of stuff that you're doing, being active is still kind of really what keeps this going for you. And we got some photos of you. I was looking on your Facebook page. You said, look, see anything, everything. You're out there, you're canoeing, you're kayaking, you're hiking, you're doing it all.
I love it. Yeah, I love being active. I love being outside. I love being with other people that are disabled and not disabled, because I'm able to bring everybody together and we're able to experience things as one, which is the best part.
Tracy was Tracy Otto. She's a friend of ours, of course. I know you know Tracy well.
Yes, I love her. She's like a little sister to me.
She is amazing and a new mom.
Yes.
Shout out to Tracy. But every single game, and I wanted to, I skipped by that picture real quick, but we've done a couple of stories on the, I've forgotten what you call them, but those paths that lead out to the beach. I know we've got a couple around here.
Yeah, the Moby
I know
mats.
Those are the Moby mats.
Yeah, they're
We're starting to see
incredible.
more of those now around.
Absolutely. And the biggest thing is that everybody can use them. That's the biggest thing, is that they're great for, wheelchair users. They're great for the strollers. They're great for, people that are elderly that are having a hard time walking. It's great for literally everybody.
Yeah. How did you find your way to Florida?
So I initially came to Florida because of paracanoe. So I came down for the sports.
Okay.
The biggest thing, it was in Cape Coral at the time.
Yeah.
And I was doing the va'a, which is a Hawaiian-style canoe. And I actually placed silver at the internationals in Lake Placid in 2014. And that's what really jump-started my whole para-athletic career.
Yeah. And you just decided to make it your home.
I love it here.
Yeah.
I love it here. This is 100% home. I love it so much. I love being in the Tampa Bay area. I love the community here. I love how everybody was so open and welcoming and warm, and literally warm as well.
Yeah. Now, how'd you guys do during the storms last year then?
So we did actually get hit by one of the storms.
Yeah.
And so we did have some tree damage, and we had to get that taken care of. But
yeah. That's part of the living in paradise.
right, it's true.
A little bit of the tax bill we have to pay. I was a
Yep.
flood victim myself last year. We're still
Yeah.
kind of getting there.
Right.
I want to talk a little bit more about the Tampa Bay Lightning as well. How'd you get in contact? How'd you get involved with them? And you're playing now on their sled hockey team, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm the co-captain of the Tampa Bay Lightning sled hockey team. And we actually just finished up our Learn to Play for the kiddos, which
Right.
was so much fun. It's ages 6 to 16. And it was an 8-week program that the Lightning is putting on. And they were able to come out, and we were able to loan them equipment and learn from, the people that are on the sled hockey team. And it was just so great to be a part of that and see these huge smiles on their faces and be one of the coaches that is able to give them this hope that they may one day be on Team USA.
Yeah, and that's something that I know that's important to you, and it's so important to anybody who's facing an adaptive world, especially at a younger age, and wondering how they're going to be able to fit in and do things. And that's what I think is special. We're going to talk about wheelchairs for kids in a second too, because I know it's near and dear to your heart. But some of the youngsters, have you had? What were some of the things that some of those kids were telling you at an event like that? Because I'm sure that was probably as exhilarating as anything they've done.
Oh, absolutely. They get to see one of their idols up close and personal. And the biggest thing is I love encouraging them. I love showing up. I think it's so important to show up and to be humble and to give back, because they are the future. They are the future of the sport. They are, and the biggest thing is that you have no idea how much you're impacting them, because I grew up as an able-bodied person, and going from able-bodied to disabled, the interactions are different, the sport availability is different. So being able to provide them that young experience it's literally the best thing. Yeah. I love doing it.
It is amazing. Well, it shows, and we certainly appreciate you doing that for us. All right, we have something else to talk about. We're going to share it in a second if you stay tuned with us, because we are in the presence of royalty as well. We got to hear, yes, we have a pageant winner here. We're going to talk about that, Wheelchairs for Kids, and you have your own nonprofit, right?
Yes.
All right, save that. Much more from Monica Quimby here on Studio B Unscripted when we come right back. Don't move. And welcome back to Studio B. Monica Quimby, my guest here, our sled hockey champ, or it's now para ice hockey, is what we were just telling me. And now she brought her gold medals. These
I
are
had
really,
to.
really cool. This is awesome. World Para Ice Hockey, Women's World Challenge, Green Bay. So this is the first one, or this is the most recent one?
Yes. So this is the 22 and 23. So these were the two that were in Green Bay.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, look at that. Yeah, she is glistening.
It's pretty heavy.
It is pretty heavy. That's amazing. the first one always probably the most special, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me about that game and that moment when you realized that, because this is obviously was an important goal for you, and to reach the pinnacle of something like this, knowing what it eventually could lead to, had to be an amazing moment for you.
It really was. And me and my teammates, we were all so emotional when we lined up on the blue line and we're literally doing the, our national anthem. We have USA across our chests. Our names are on the back. Like, it's just such an amazing feeling. You can feel this like energy that like comes in, and you know that you're representing your country, you're representing women, you're representing sport, and it just an amazing feeling.
Forget about your injury?
All the time.
That's the important
Really?
part, right?
Yeah.
And that's got to be really special. And obviously some of your teammates that I'm sure are probably good friends at this point now, because you guys all each have your own individual stories.
Absolutely. We're all best friends. And it's amazing how we all support each other in all of our adventures. Like, some are graduating from college and some are getting new jobs and all of these kind of things. And we're just such a supportive group. It's the best thing.
And are you the only one on the Lightning that was on that team?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Let's talk about something that happened. I know she has quite the resume, but the moment, it was 2011, right? Congratulations. And I'm a little late on this.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Wheelchair Maine. You got to love the pictures. Yep. You got the wave. That had to be awesome.
It was amazing. Yeah. This was really the introduction to all of the advocacy that I started, and really moving forward with helping other people that are also wheelchair users and for various of disabilities, and to really be able to start giving back. And that's actually my first employer. That was my first job.
I love it.
Yep, that's Ford. He's amazing.
That is so special.
Yep.
And out of Strawberry Fields, I mean, how Florida is that?
Yeah, it's true. Yep.
That's really neat. So, and since then, I mean, that's just been yet another part of you inspiring, anybody that, has doubts about where they could be.
It was such a great way to not only start with advocacy, but also to look into how to do like public speaking and to get involved with different nonprofits and that kind of thing, because it's such a big world out there. And if you don't know, then you don't know.
Yeah.
So
what was the point where you realized, and maybe it was started there, probably before this, but when was that point that you realized that, and I hate this phrase, but when people say you have a platform, I mean, everybody has a platform. It's just a matter of where it is and how big it is, or for whatever reason. But when you did realize that you do have, we'll call it an avenue, a path to really connect and inspire people, and you're really starting to do that.
Honestly, since I was a kid, like, I was one of those people that could go into the living room and just like own the room and get everybody laughing and getting everybody involved and having a good time. And it's literally turned into a skill set that I've been able to use moving forward, which has been awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's very special with Wheelchairs for Kids. Near and dear to my heart, been involved with them for many years. And I know you got involved with them as well. And you've been doing all kinds of great things with them. Tell me why that's important to you.
Oh my gosh. I love Wheelchair for Kids so much. It's such a heart-centric thing for me, because I'm able to show them what they can be when they grow up. It's going to make me tear up. It's literally my favorite nonprofit to work with, because those kiddos are just like, oh my gosh, she drives a car and she owns a house and she's in a relationship and has a job. And like, they can see that they can also have that big, beautiful life that they desire.
Yeah. And Madeline Robinson, we got some great pictures of some of you. She's one of our dear friends. I mean, she drives this bus. What I've always loved about wheelchairs too is that they don't get any public funding. They do this all privately.
They work so hard.
They really do.
Yes.
And we have some great community organizations that help them out. But so much of this is from her heart and their volunteers and their workers. It's really a great group. And you get them out on the ice too,
yes,
I see.
Yeah. So we did a learn to skate. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun to get them out there. It was great.
Rays games as well,
Yes.
some Yankee games, all kinds of stuff. And there they are. And I just enjoy some of these pictures. And,
oh yeah, and these
that's
are the
Lily,
girls.
right? I know
yeah.
Lily there to your left.
Yeah, that's Lily. Yep.
Lily's in high school, bless her heart now. And look at, I mean, just time after time, and they do so many of these great events year round.
Yeah.
And Kylie, of course. Kylie's a dear friend to the program, so to speak. She's amazing in her own right. But in inspiring those kids that that really, may have that feeling of what in the world am I going to do? How am I going to survive this?
Right.
You're such a champion for them.
I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, it's inspiring to see, and we appreciate you because, I mean, I could tell them everything in the world, but it's not going to be anything coming from me. We're seeing what we do, but to see you be so successful with them, it's pretty neat. And I know that enabled you, or at least drove you to kind of work on something of your own, right?
Yeah, definitely. And so we just started the Wheel Together retreats. And so we have done 4 of them in my home state of Maine, but I definitely want to bring it to the Florida area
You
as
have
well.
to.
Yes, yeah. I want to do like accessible boat rides and accessible trails and that kind of thing, and really use adventure-based learning in a community setting of people that all have disabilities, but we all have other things in common too. And
Or you reach out because we'd love to shine a light on that as well when you do that. Because that'd be great fun. Because we know there's so many kids that would really take advantage of that, and adults too.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. Yeah, it would be open to both for sure.
And what's the name of the organization?
Wheel Together Retreats.
Wheel Together Retreats. All right. Well, we've got the perfect with more Moby mats down here, hopefully.
Yes.
And we've got a little bit better access, and I know we've talked with a couple of I've got a couple of charter captains that are working on some more adaptive ability, so to speak, on their boats. So I'd be happy to help you connect and get all that going too, because that'd be really neat to see.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So what's next?
So what's next? Well, doing some wedding planning.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you
that's
so much.
Fun.
Yeah. So it's really exciting just starting that whole thing, looking at different venues and, just exploring all the possibilities out there. And, accessibility is obviously part of it as well. But there's so many beautiful venues and beautiful people around here that are so amazing with trying to make things work. So that's the really big thing, is that sometimes people don't know and you just need to educate them. So I'm totally fine being that person.
I bet. I bet.
And it makes it accessible for all. So that's the biggest thing, that it's not just for me, it's for everybody. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah. And how could we can find you on Instagram? Because I know you just had some pictures, some beautiful pictures.
Oh, thank you.
Some engagement photos. Yeah. Since we're talking about it, I didn't have time to dial them up, but it's just Monica Quimby on Instagram,
on
right?
Instagram, TikTok, and on Twitter, it's Ms. Wheelchair Maine.
Miss Wheelchair Maine. Yeah. All right. So all the social medias too are keeping you busy, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's super fun because I love promoting all of these different things that are helping the community. And the more that we get it out there, the more it can be used. And that's what we really want it to be about, is the community.
Yeah, that's really amazing. All right, we want to talk about Slovakia as well, preparing for that.
Yes.
Now, where do you guys play when you're here? Are you in Brandon, or where are you?
So we're in Wesley Chapel.
You are in Wesley Chapel?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how often are you guys practicing now for something like that?
We definitely try to get together a couple times a week.
Yeah.
We do a group one on the weekends, but I definitely make sure that I get out on that ice. And we have some amazing rinks. We have Clearwater, who's been amazing as well, Clearwater Ice Arena.
Right.
Also, Ellington has been a great opportunity to go there, since it's just, the more rinks you can go to, the better. Yeah.
So that, and so you call it a sled that you're on, or what do you call that?
Yes, so it is a sled. Yeah.
Okay.
The international term is sledge.
Okay.
But they're basically they're the same thing.
Okay, but it's technically now the new name is para ice hockey.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, we'll get it right one of these days.
You got it.
I promise.
You're doing great.
All right, so we have much more with Monica Quimby. When we come back, we're going to wrap up. I want to hear more about your Slovakia trip, because that's going to be really special, and hopefully that leads to Olympic gold, right? I mean, that's the goal.
Absolutely. Let's go for gold, baby.
I know. All right. Much more with Monica Quimby when we come back, right here on Fox 13 Unscripted. Don't move. Back in a bit. And welcome back to Fox 13 Unscripted. I can't not touch these gold medals. They're so cool. Our para ice hockey champion, Monica Quimby from the Tampa Bay area, is here with us. Member of the Tampa Bay Lightning sled hockey team, or para ice hockey team as well. Getting ready for the, what do you call it, the World?
The first ever World Championship.
Would be in Slovakia this fall, right?
Yeah, so that's putting us on the road to the Paralympics. So this officially makes it so we have 6 teams. We need 8 to be in the Paralympics. So being part of this journey from the beginning has been incredible. I've been on the team for over a decade. It's my 11th season. I absolutely love it. I love, being with all the young ones. They're amazing, and they're so talented, everybody that's coming in, and just watching it grow from first being under USA Hockey in 2018 to where we are now, it's incredible. I've absolutely loved being a part of this.
Well, you're a huge champion for this, and it shows because you're helping. Excuse me, get it out on platforms like this and spread the message that we do need to see this on the Olympic stage,
yes.
for sure. Aside from winning the golds, I'm curious, what's your favorite sled para ice hockey moment that you've had so far?
My favorite moment was when I realized I achieved my childhood dream. It gives me goosebumps every time. It was when they had my jersey hung up, it was my number, and it had my last name, and I just was like, oh my gosh, like I did it. Like I made it. Like even after getting paralyzed and all these things that I've been through, I cannot believe that I still was able to either be on Team USA or go pro. That's, any athlete's dream is to do that. And the fact that I was able to still accomplish it after my accident it's amazing. It literally takes my breath away.
Isn't that amazing to think that something as simple, and the golds and the medals are nice, but it's neat to hear that from you, that just having a Team USA jersey means everything to you, knowing what you went through after you were paralyzed.
Absolutely. And being part of that team and the camaraderie and the instant sisters that I was able to have, just like that, was the best part. And that's why I absolutely have stuck with the sport and love it so much, because these women are not only my sisters, but they're my best friends. We've been through so much together. And I cannot wait to be on that stage with all of these women and represent Team USA in Slovakia.
We're so excited for you. Well, hopefully you bring it home for sure. I'm curious, have you done any adaptive skiing since your accident?
I've tried it, yes. Yeah, I've tried it. I've dabbled. It feels
that must have
different.
been hard, though, the first time.
Oh, it was so hard. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, mentally,
yes.
Probably, I would imagine.
Yeah.
The first time you were back out on snow and ice.
It was the first time going up the ski lift. I was just overwhelmed, because the way that you see the mountain is completely different than just doing the bunny hills before you go on the lift.
Right.
And I was just very, very emotional, and it felt like I was able to heal something in myself that I wasn't sure if I was ever going to be able to heal from. So I really feel like it was a great experience that I had out in Colorado, and they were so amazing and warm and welcoming, and I was able to, by the end of it, I was being just as much of a daredevil as I was before. So
you didn't just check the box. You went out there and just crushed it.
Absolutely. Go big or go home. So
I wouldn't expect anything less from a hockey player. That's pretty cool. All right. So we're excited for you for Slovakia. So you got a lot of big things going on. Geez, between that and the wedding next year.
Yes. Yeah.
Do I have to ask anything else? What else is on tap for Monica Quimby?
So I am going to be working as a coordinator for a leaders program with Backbones, which is a company out of Chicago.
Okay.
And I've worked with them before. They help people with spinal cord injuries. And I just wanted to give them a little bit of a shout out, because she's been so supportive. She's a quadriplegic herself, Rebecca, the one that started it.
Okay.
And I've absolutely loved creating this program and helping other people to become leaders in their communities.
So you just help them with speaking and communicating with inspiring some of their people that they're working with?
Absolutely, yeah. We talk about everything from self-care to the community to outreach to grant writing. So we give them a little bit of everything, so they're empowered to start whatever they want to start.
Yeah, well, we appreciate your time. You're an inspiration. You really are, to a lot of people, not only Paralympic athletes and para-athletes and anybody doing adaptive sports, but the rest of us as well, because I do appreciate what you do, and I know a lot of other people do. So thanks again.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Come back anytime. You got to come back after your Slovakia trip.
I'm going to have to. Absolutely.
All right. And maybe not before the wedding. Maybe we'll get some good wedding pictures after that.
There we go.
All right, Monica Quimby, thanks much. Best of luck in Slovakia this fall. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for joining us here at Fox 13 Unscripted. We will see you on TV. That was great.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
was
See, it went
awesome.
quick. I knew it would go quick.
It does. It's so quick.
I know. It's too.
Yeah.